Hello, welcome back to my channel. Don't mind me, I always have a cup of tea in my hand. But today we are going to talk about fat loss predominantly. I know I talk a lot about building muscle, which is important for everybody, and putting on healthy weight, especially my own journey. But let's talk about some of you girlies who are looking to lose some fat or lose some weight. How many weeks do we have until the end of the year? I think maybe 10 or 11 weeks until the end of the year. And if you do these 3 things that I'm going to be writing down, literally tomorrow, literally on Monday, literally next week, you are going to be in a much better place and start to see fat loss changes by the end of the year. I guarantee you. So let's deep dive in. The first one, and these are going to be baby steps, right? Nothing too crazy. So if you are a beginner, it's something that you can start following literally ASAP. The first one is start to be more conscious about protein. Now, it's not rocket science, right? It is not. It's not rocket science. But start being more conscious about the protein in your meals. If you are not sure how much protein you should be eating, a good rule of thumb is whatever you weigh, times it by 1.5. Now, ideally, you want to be eating double the amount you weigh and even a little bit more. But this chat, if you're listening on my podcast or you're watching the video, is to help you beginner ladies out. When you feel a little bit overwhelmed, and you have no idea how to start, then eat 1.5 times your protein. That's how much you should be eating. So let's say you weigh 50 grams and you can literally just do 50 times 1.5, which I'm not going to try and get it wrong. So about 75 grams of protein you should be eating to lose weight, to lose fat, if you are about 50 kilograms. That does mean if you are more than 50 kilograms, if you are 60 kilograms, you need to eat more protein. Yes, if you are 70 kilograms, you need to eat more protein, and so on, right? So the heavier you are, you need more calories and more protein than someone who weighs a little bit lighter, even let's say 45 kilograms or 50 kilograms, but they also want to lose the fat. So especially with us South Asian women, we hold a lot of fat in our body, predominantly our midriff section, our stomach. So I always find a lot of ladies who don't weigh that much, who are quite short, don't weigh an awful lot, but they have a lot of fat stuck on your belly. So eating protein, eating more of it, at least 1.5 times you should be eating your body weight. That looks like a plus, but it's supposed to be a times, and now that looks like a star. But you get what I'm saying, right? That's the first one, protein. Literally, start doing that by tomorrow. Track every protein that you are eating. You can use an app like MyFitnessPal, or if you don't want to track anything physically, then just eyeball it, right? If you are having protein powder, if you're drinking a protein shake, look at the packaging. Oh, okay, if I have 1 scoop of protein powder, I will have about 25 grams of protein. Amazing. My goal is 75 grams, which leaves me with, 50 something, whatever that is. So eyeball things will really help you. Number 2, get in some movement. This is non-negotiable. All these things are non-negotiable, but movement. How on earth are you supposed to lose weight or lose fat if you're not moving? Especially if you have a sedentary job, if you are doing an awful lot of sitting at a desk, whether that's at home. At home, it's even worse because you don't have a commute. If even on your commute, if you then get to your office and you are sat at your desk all day, or if you do an awful lot of driving for your work, even if you do walk on your feet, I coach some dentists, some police women, some doctors. You are on your feet a little bit now and then, but of course it depends on your field. So if you live quite a sedentary lifestyle, get some movement in. And it could literally be a 10-minute walk outside. It could literally mean in the gym on a treadmill, a 10-minute walk. If that's the only time you have, get in a movement. A 5-10 minute home workout. You can literally YouTube these days home workouts and just do a 5-10 minutes. Try not to switch up things. So try not to do different home workouts every single day. Walking is the best thing that you can start doing if you are brand new tomorrow. And even like parking your car a little bit further in the car park, walking on escalators rather than just standing on the escalators like a lemon, taking the stairs instead of taking the escalators or the lift. Tiny little things, doing these daily will add up. Now, we're not going to talk about gym and weight training on this call, on this video. We are just talking about how you can make tiny incremental changes literally tomorrow to start seeing progress in the right direction by the end of this year. And finally, number 3, right? This one's going to be, I want to say, a cool one, but boundaries. Set up your boundaries. And I know if you come from a background and culture like me, we can really struggle with setting up boundaries, but set up your boundaries. If you are a yes man, if you are yes, 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 yes to every family, to every friend, and you're spending a lot of your weekends, every single weekend, going out and eating out, drinking alcohol, but even if you don't drink, if you are spending your weekends drinking or eating out, even worse, if these things are trickling into your weekdays, you're now spending Wednesday out with your friends or Wednesday out with your work lot having a drink or going out for dinner. And then you've also got plans on Saturday where you're out for dinner with your partner, your friends, your family. And then Sunday, you're also going out to eat. No, you are not going to lose the fat and lose the weight when the weekends and the weekdays are unbalanced and you are going out to eat. When we're going out to eat, we don't have control over the calories. There's loads of things you can do to make sure you are still reaching your goals when you are eating out for dinner. And that's something I help with and coach my ladies specific to what their social events are. But if you're sitting here and you're listening and you're thinking, oh my God, that is me. I go out literally every weekend. I do eat out every single weekend. And it's not just one day a week. Sometimes it will be Friday and Saturday. Sometimes it will be Saturday and Sunday. Oh my God, sometimes I even go out on like a Monday or like a Thursday, and then I'll go out on the weekend. You need to set up boundaries. You need to say no. If you've seen a friend recently last week, don't see them again the following week for another drink or another meal. Space it out. If you have loads of wedding, Diwali parties these days, we have a lot of festive things. Don't feel like you need to go to all of them. And again, a whole different conversation when we're talking about going around families and those kind of things. But obviously this one is if you are eating out or even ordering a lot of takeaways, even if you're just buying a lot of food out, for your lunches, you're buying food all the time and you're not being mindful or intuitive, that's something to set up. So those are our 3 things. Protein, eat at least 1.5 minimum. Movement, get in some movement, literally 5-10 minutes goes a long way. And set up those boundaries. Learn to say no. Hopefully you found this. So hopefully you found this video useful. Honestly, if you start doing these things, you can thank me on December the 31st and see how far you've come. Don't forget to track your progress, because staring at yourself in the mirror is not an indication of knowing progress. Weigh yourself, take measurements with a measuring tape. And if you are in the gym strength training, focus on how strong you're getting. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my socials as well. And I'll see you on my next one.